Hello everyone, Sigma7 here. Well, another month has passed, and it's been quite an interesting month. If you're wondering about the different background, I'm sitting on my bed and not my chair over in the corner. Yeah, I just now realized the wall behind me, just the way it looks. It's not a very pleasant color, I must say. But anyway, I did get quite a bit hauled this month, so I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what I picked up. So first up are two DVDs I have here. I actually got these in the mail today. And these are both television shows that aired in the 60s that I've always wanted to check out. But I guess they're very interesting, as you see right here. We got Fireball XL5 and Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. Apparently these are both shows that use like marionettes as their characters. I've heard really good things about them, and I know the creator of this, Gary Anderson, apparently he has a lot of different shows like this. Like there's Stingray, and then there's Thunderbirds, which you can't get on Blu-ray. So hopefully I'll get those in the future, but definitely can't wait to check these out when I can. Then here's some miscellaneous titles here. We got Downfall. I haven't even gotten out of the shrink wrap yet, but I have seen this movie. It's such a terrific war movie, and as you can tell, it is about the downfall of Adolf Hitler. And the actor who plays Hitler in this movie, one of the best film portrayals of the guy, and just a very powerful and intense film, as you can imagine, but definitely worth checking out. And then these four right here I actually got in a package on eBay. Someone was selling a bunch of like crime drama movies, none of which I've watched. We got Marathon Man. We got Training Day. Yeah, I still need to see Training Day. We got Road to Perdition. Actually, I think I have seen parts of this movie, but it's been a long time. And then Point Blank. Not Point Break, Point Blank. This is a completely different movie, as far as I'm aware. And then we got this one. I don't know, I just stumbled upon this film on accident. The premise sounded interesting. I've heard some decent things. It's some action thriller from 2018 called The Guilty. Don't know much about it, but I'm curious to check it out. And then we got the South Korean film, The Man from Nowhere. I hear this Blu-ray is going to be going out of print soon, I think. But, again, I've heard great things about it. I can't wait to check it out. And then we got a space movie that I've always wanted to check out, Ad Astra, starring Brad Pitt. A lot of people say this is pretty underrated. Like, it didn't get a lot of attention when it came out. So, yeah, can't wait to see that. And then these are like new releases, and by new releases I mean films that came out last year and a couple this year, as you'll quickly see. We got Women Talking. This was actually a pretty solid film, I must say, even though most of the movie is in just one location, but the performances are just really good, especially Frances McDormand, and yeah, it's pretty solid. And then we got The Whale. Yep, our boy Brendan Fraser finally won for Best Actor. And he deserved it, because this is easily one of his best performances ever. This movie was, again, another single-location film, but I personally really liked this film. It may not be one of Darren Aronofsky's better movies. I wouldn't put this up there with Black Swan or Requiem for a Dream, but I still really liked it. I still really enjoyed this film. And then we got Miss Harris Goes to Paris. This was actually a pretty charming movie. I get it's trying to be like a throwback to like 60s movies, I guess, like those type of films. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a more light-hearted type of film that definitely deserved its nominee for costume design. Then we got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I mainly just bought this because of the Oscars. I'm not a huge MCU fan, even though I do own most of the MCU movies. But I thought this was pretty decent. I personally think the first Black Panther is one of the more overrated Marvel films, and the sequel is also just pretty decent. I do appreciate how it take itself more seriously than the other MCU films, which makes sense because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, solid film overall. And then we got Babylon. Very long movie, but man, was this really good. It is a bit too long, I feel, but it was definitely worth watching, especially the last few minutes, which, if y'all have been around YouTube recently, you probably know what I'm talking about. Who knows, maybe someday I might do my own montage like that. I don't know. And then we got A Man Called Otto. Have not watched it yet. I've heard good things about it, but I am also aware that this is the second film adaptation to be made based on the book, because there's the Swedish film A Man Called Ove, or Ove, which I do have, which I do plan to watch that movie before watching this one so I can compare the two, so yeah. And then we got Pearl, which is the prequel to X, which I have yet to watch, but both I do own, so I definitely plan to do a double feature with these two. It's weird they released two different covers for this film, but I found this at Walmart for a really good deal, so yeah. It's a pretty cool cover, though. Very beautiful. And then we got this movie that I got again, I stumbled upon this on accident, and the premise sounds interesting despite the reviews being mixed, although some people say they think it's kind of underrated, and that is Vesper. It's some sci-fi post-apocalyptic movie. I'm not going to lie, the cover alone got my attention. I don't know what it is. There's something about this cover that really got me interested, so I have to check it out. Hopefully it's pretty decent. I hoped I got it with its slipcover, but it went out of print. It was way too expensive, so yeah. And then we got these two movies that technically both came out in January of this year. We got Missing, which is kind of a successor to Searching, which is a movie I still have yet to watch. I don't have Searching at the moment. I hope to pick that film up before I watch this, so... But I've heard this is pretty good. I hear it's not as good as Searching, but still a solid thriller. And then we got Plane, which, again, I've heard mostly mixed to pretty decent things about this movie, so this looks like it could be a fun movie, so definitely plan to check this out soon. Okay, next are a couple of animated films I got. First up, we got Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This film was amazing. I absolutely love this movie. It's kind of a toss-up between this and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is my favorite animated film of 2022. And I'm happy Pinocchio won for Best Animated Picture, but if this won Best Animated Picture, I really wouldn't mind, because this was really good. It was pleasantly surprising, and The Wolf, one of the best animated movie villains we've had in a long time. And then we got Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. I'm not sure how you pronounce that title. This is the movie to the show, which I have yet to watch the show. I've always wanted to check out the show because I've heard this anime is really good. But I got the movie because, why not? I'll definitely have to pick up the anime someday, though. And finally, we got a few Criterions, because I got during the flash sale. Well, actually, one of these Criterions I got during the flash sale on the website, that being On the Waterfront. Haven't seen this movie, always wanted to check it out. I've heard it's supposed to be amazing. And then these three I just picked on Amazon because they were on sale. We got Sancho the Bailiff. I've heard really amazing things. I know Misfit Pond really loves this movie, so yeah. We got Rififi, again, a lot of great things I've heard about. And we got The Hidden Fortress, Akira Kurosawa. I believe this is the movie that inspired Star Wars. Yeah, it says here on the back. This was the primary influence of George Lucas' Star Wars, so definitely can't wait to see the parallels between this and the beloved sci-fi franchise. And so that's everything I picked up last month. Pretty solid pickup. Again, I know a lot of you are frustrated about the lack of updates regarding Heroes with Villains. Again, I know I keep saying it all the time, but real life just gets in the way between my job and help my parents around, especially with my mom still recovering from her knee surgery. So, and I'm still looking for a full-time job too. So, I really do hope to try to get back to Heroes with Villains if I can, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I do promise Round 2 will be coming out this year. I definitely plan it this year. I don't know when this year, but sometime this year. So, yeah, I hope you all like this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.